And we have returned. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. That is Lo-Fi District off of the Unreal Life soundtrack, which is a game I will once again keep saying is rather underrated. As you would know if you were around when I streamed that a couple of years ago. I loved it, so hey, it's got a great soundtrack too, so there we are. I think the only reason I decided to play one of these songs is because songs from this soundtrack came on when I was listening to things at random while I was doing something else earlier, so here we go. But yes, welcome back to the stream. It is much later than it even was last time I streamed, because weekends just get away from me now these days. The unfortunate thing is that means that we're, well, I suppose it's unfortunate depending on your perspective, but A, it's going to be a short one again, B, it's going to be Project Zomboid, because I simply do not have the time to set up anything else. This is the easiest thing for me to get back into. I've been playing way too much of it lately anyway. So, yeah, I'd like to carry on with something like Yakuza or something like that, so something I could finish, but I just have no brain capacity to set that up and get back into it, so Zomboid it is. I'm assuming people are starting to get sick of it, but, you know, them's the breaks. There have also been several developments in the video game sphere the past couple of weeks I'd like to talk about, but I don't have a lot of time to do that either. So maybe if I have time to stream tomorrow, I'll be able to get into some of my thoughts about that if anyone cares. But you know, we'll see. That remains to be seen. If I do have any chance to stream tomorrow, I should probably try to get back to Legend of Dragoon because it's been over a month since I played that. But without further ado, enough of me being a Debbie Downer, I guess. Let's see if we can go into the lovely world of Project Zomboid, because that's so much more cheerful. Believe it or not, I started yet another game over the week. A foolish thing for me to do, but here we are. I suppose one thing I could talk about is I've been playing a lot of Echoes of Wisdom off stream as well. You know, that Legend of Zelda game where you act as essentially a little chaos gremlin in the form of Zelda herself. It's pretty fun. It reminds me why I love the older style Legend of Zelda games. Which is, like, once you get into almost a zen state with that sort of game, you can breeze through them pretty quickly. Or rather, there's a certain flow that feels very relaxing about a game like that. Granted, it's not like the traditional Zelda games completely, because you can summon a pile of things to help you along, but it's got that same top-down puzzly vibe that you don't get from which is, I don't know. It makes me very nostalgic, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, anyway, here's the game that I was playing off stream. I'm playing as the firefighter character I made, and I'm wearing some Marx Brothers glasses for some reason. I don't know, I think I found there was a house full of zombies I came across that was wearing these things, so I just snagged one. But no, we're gonna go back to this fellow who's hanging out in Louisville. If I remember correctly, I'm getting dangerously close to the helicopter event, but I think what I'm gonna try to do now is, seeing as how I had a rather impressive haul of loot from the nearby warehouse, and I decided that the survivalist store was not worth the hassle, right? I'm gonna do one more run to try to store some gasoline. Oh, this is also the first time I played this since they did another update. Let's see if this fucked anything up. Let's see if I've lost any of the stuff I've looted. Let's see if any zombies spawn in the house. I don't want any zombie turkeys. I don't want to be turned into a turkey myself. Sorry, I had to throw out that old Simpsons reference because I was kind of using the same cadence as Homer in that scene, but if you know, you know. But yes, providing the update hasn't fucked anything up, the plan is take another run down to the gas station, drop off another load of gas to the house, leave probably a few empty gas cans here, stock up, head down to the gas station again, fill up whatever cans I have, and we're gonna head the fuck across the city to see if I can get to those secure houses I was talking about. Because that'll be more of a permanent base than the little waypoint I've essentially been staying in right now. Again, the end goal. Okay, there's a bunch of corpses outside. Oh yeah, that's right, I stopped midway through watching an episode of Woodcraft. And I'm currently not carrying a shitload of stuff, which is good. That's actually a boon. One of the things the update did, and I don't think it's going to turn... Oh, it's this light switch. Yeah, one of the things the update did, and I don't think it's going to affect these barrels, even though the barrels were from a mod, is apparently now... My thought will form fully in a moment, just give me a minute. Apparently now, if you store gasoline in open-topped containers, it evaporates, which makes sense. Of course, for that matter, water should evaporate too, but that's not exactly something they do. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of crap in here. Although, honestly, I think I want to keep most of this crap in here because I'm going to be making a move now. Well, let's go get some gas. Hello, Rolls. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. But yeah, anyway, apparently something people were doing before, and I didn't do this because I didn't even think of it as an option, is that people were storing gasoline in the rain collectors you can build. Because with the fluid transfer system, I guess you were able to put it in there. So this is going to mitigate doing that now on account of the fact that it's going to evaporate if you try to do it. Now, what am I trying to... I've been losing my train of thought so much this week, too. That's also been a problem. Also, something else I'm going to do, even though this is the last thing I streamed. Hopefully, I just caused the game to crash. Uh-oh. And now I'm... Okay. Let's put it at there. And let's see how that does for the game audio. Because I had the desktop audio on OBS lowered. I think that was from way back when the last time I did stream Legend and Dragoon, so the game might be somewhat quiet. Things are going okay, I guess, Rolls. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I've been working way too much lately and not sleeping, so there's that. We're not even in the real busy season yet, so I shudder to think what the next couple of months are going to be like. But yes, anyway, I'm not sure how the... Oh, hello, zombie friend. I'm not sure how the barrels work in terms of the whole new gas evaporating mechanic. Because it is added by a mod. Now, theoretically, they should be closed, and they should be safe, much like the garbage cans that I've been using. But who knows? You are true, it does beat the alternative. There are a lot of ways things could be worse. I am just tired and cantankerous, that's about it. Oh, the case of the cantankerous old geezer. To carry on Simpsons references that I'm apparently doing now. Yeah, I truly do hope that the helicopter's not going to show up anytime soon, because we're creeping up on the time it will. So, like I said, the plan is I'm going to fill up every gas can. I'm going to try to throw some more in a few of those barrels. Which, in retrospect, I really did not put 3 of them in the house, because one of them holds 800 milliliters anyway, and each can only holds 10. So I'd have to make several of these trips to fill up those barrels. Honestly, I might be better off taking one of them with me. I think I just might. It also wouldn't be a bad idea to store some water in there as well. But where I'm going does have a water source nearby, so that's not as big of a deal. Like, the only problem with it is, of course, I need to make the water safe to drink, but that's pretty easily done as long as I can either build a fire or have electricity. Alright, so let's drop this stuff off, and then let's pile up stuff in the truck and mosey. I've got a hell of a drive ahead of me. To the point where I'm half tempted to actually wait until the next day to make the trip, but if I do that, that just makes it more likely the helicopter's going to show up. And I don't want that. Alright, so let's see if I can do this double quick. So we'll do this, we'll grab a little something to eat, and try to pile everything aboard the van. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? I'll tell you where you're going. To hell! Stompy. Okay, I think I might leave 2 empty gas cans here. And the rest I'll take with me. Alright, so it's probably... Actually, now I'll leave the next 2 I grab. I'll leave them here. Pretty sure pretty much everything I have in the back of the van I'm going to want to take with me anyway. But we shall see. As I shut the door in my face. I'm gonna come across a lot of points of interest as I'm driving across, but I think I need to just make it to... Although honestly, at this point, it might be better for me to wait until the next day. And just hope that the helicopter doesn't show up. Yeah, I think that might be the best thing to do. It's starting to get pretty late in the day, so... alright, so let's put these gas cans away. This is going to take me a bit of time to grab everything I want to take with me, anyway. Yeah, so I think I'm definitely going to want to take a kitchen knife and probably one of the ball-peen hammers. I'm not going to do much crafting in this area anyway, so it's probably as well to take all my crafting materials. I think I might leave the handle behind. One of the whetstones, but I'll take one. Alright, so the rest of this can stay. I'll leave the metal baseball bat too, because I've got a bunch of those anyway. I did take a pair of pliers already, yes. I did. Yeah, I forgot to put a sheet rope out the window. It's a good idea. I don't think I've really got anything of use left upstairs. Yeah, because I think I've got anything, stuff's kind of useful. I'll take that. At least the twine is. It's dark. Okay, yeah. So, just stop eating! But I need to eat. I currently hunger. I'm a hungry boy. One hungry boy. Oh yeah, I've got a pile of shit already in the back of this that I had with during my incredibly lucrative visit to that warehouse. Oh, I already have a claw hammer here. Yeah, I forgot that I was actually hanging on to a hammer, you know, deconstructing purposes, so that makes sense. I'm surprised I haven't found any fanny packs yet. During the zombie apocalypse, fanny packs are both stylish and convenient. Despite all the stuff that I did find, I honestly don't have a pile of stuff. Oh, I haven't actually read any of these. Oh yeah, that's right, I do have a pile of stuff in here, though. I think I'll leave that pipe wrench here as well. You know what? The mouse toy can stay. As can some of these water containers I've got filled up. I don't need to take everything. I'll leave that fish basket. I'll probably want to take all of the food, except maybe anything that's non-perishable. Just for the sake of, you know, having a little bit of food still here. I don't think I'll bother taking any cooking utensils with me. Largely just cause, you know. I can probably scavenge some elsewhere if there isn't going to be enough in the house I'm going to end up in anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read all these magazines here, that way I don't need to take them with me. That way I'll know how to make a number of these things. Franklin championed the last 3 international rally series. Explosion. You drop your kids to school. In our new Franklin all-terrain. Franklin, feared by our competitors. That was a weird commercial. Find all this stuff. Oh no. It's cool gear. There's 2 answers to that, question asker. One is the paperclip. Stays on me at all times. Second is foraging. It's amazing the sort of stuff that nature can provide. So next time you're in the woods, open your eyes. Look around. Picked up what you can find? Well, that's just amazing, eh? Check out the woods next door. Woods are just awesome. Until next time, guys. I like how he doesn't actually give any specific foraging advice. It's all just general stuff, and yet that was still enough for me to learn a bit. Skill boosting effects do I have anyway? Electrical, which is good. Agriculture, which I've currently started finished yet. Okay, so I actually don't have too many of them in the bag yet. I do have a bunch literally in a bag out in the van, but you know what I mean. Speaking of... grab to this stuff too. I think I'll leave behind the sweater and the wrench. I might have a wrench already out there. Nice cats! I think I will take the painkillers though, and I should take some military boots. It's always good to have a spare pair of boots. Metalworking, mechanics... I think I'll leave one of the guns here, but I will take all the bullets. And of course, because it would be foolish of me to do otherwise, I am not going to bother putting the food in here yet, because I'm going to want to keep that cold as long as I possibly can. And again, I am taking the gun with me, but it's very unlikely I'm going to use it until I get to the outskirts of the city when I start looking for animals, because especially shooting the gun off in one of these areas of Louisville that seems like it's much more populated, just seems like it's suicide. Because I feel like I've killed a good number of zombies already at this point. Killed 100. Which is not the most zombies I've killed in the first week, but it's pretty damn close. Alright, so let's take that. I think I'll keep the annotated map. Nah, I better take that with me. I also think I'll take the box of garbage bags, because that way I can start making water collectors. Finished up the electrical book, so that can stay here. I don't really need... Oh yeah, the gun. Alright, I think that's everything I want to take with me. Everything else can just stay here. I don't necessarily need everything else that's here. And, yeah. In the morning, I'll make sure to take all my food with me. Put the caffeine pills in the glove box. I'm going to put the pistol in a couple of the... Pistol, a couple of the magazines, and... So as I figure out where the magazines are. Okay, let's pause the game while I have so many seeds. They're there. So yeah, let's pop some stuff in here. That being said, the glove box is already full up, so I'm going to want to put this somewhere else. Let's put it in there. Except, of course, I can't. Okay, the hell with it. Doesn't matter, then. I just gotta remember that shit is there. Oh, I've already got some caffeine pills there. Alright, well, I don't need to take these. These can stay in the house here. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've got basically everything I want to take with me. Anything else I can probably replace with stuff I find along the way anyway. Let's give myself a little wash. Make sure that I'm all cleaned up for the trip. The funny thing is, I think being absolutely filthy is only really a detriment in specific situations. Like, I think there's a trait you take, a negative trait you can take, I should say, wherein, like, the dirtier you get, the more stressed out you are. But I've never taken that, so. So much weight, it's a 2-liter. Put away the book I was reading. I have a book on times, otherwise I'll get bored. I was reading the agriculture one. What do with that? Have a little nap till the next day, and let's hope that, well, I think I'm going to read some of this before I go to sleep. But yeah, let's hope that the helicopter doesn't show up. As a matter of fact, I might be able to finish this book now and just leave it behind. One last thing I need to worry about taking with me. Let's read up to page 200 and have a little snooze, because guaranteed I'm going to end up waking up before dawn anyway. Amazing how true to life that is. Set my alarm just in case. I'll sleep through the cook show. I know how much more I can learn from it. Yeah, see? More reading. Sleep yet, so let's eat a full tub of ice cream. That'll put me right to sleep. Excellent. Oh my, beard has grown out quite severely. Trim that, or do I want to remain a wild man? Maybe we'll just remain a wild. was gonna run out and grab another book to read, but... The caramel flan latte. Brand new at Seahorse Coffee. Refreshing. Filling. Pick me up your craving. There's no better way to start the day. Welcome to Seahorse Coffee. What can I get you today? One caramel flan latte. Coming right up. Welcome back to the Cook Show, folks. Brought to you by Kitten Knives, fine American cookware. Today's the day for a nourishing chicken and noodle soup. Well, it is a rainy day. I don't know about you, but a good chicken soup solves everything. Nourishing, mood lifting. Smell of home, you know? To start, you need some cooked chicken. Boil, fry, bake, your choice. Then get yourself a pot of water. Add it in. Bring to the boil and add bell pepper, onion, potato. No matter if anything's getting stale. Soup fixes everything. And don't forget those dry ramen noodles and a few twists of pepper. Bam! Chicken and noodle soup. Guaranteed to lighten a rainy day. See y'all tomorrow. The irony that it's currently raining. Alright. Let's do this. I think I might leave the dried apricots behind. Let's take anything that's perishable. Well, I don't think that... Weirdly, I don't think the milk is perishable, but I'm going to take it anyway. I think I'll also leave the rum behind. Honestly, I don't have a pile of food in here. Alright, so like I said, no stops on this trip. Because if I do, it's going to make it more likely the helicopter's going to show up and catch me in the center of the city. So, plan is... So here I am. This is my spot. There is, of course, some good shit still left in there, but I'm not going to bother looking for it because I don't need to carry anything else. I didn't find an axe, a sledgehammer, or a crowbar, which is strange. So let's head down to the gas station. We'll fill up the... Make sure the tank is topped off, and we'll fill up the 2 gas tanks. Got a couple of points of interest here. So I think the houses are here somewhere. And of course, as I said, this is my end goal. I want to build like a little farm cabin situation right here in the center of the park. It's a ways down the road, though. Not doing that yet. So I need to head over in this direction. So I think the best thing to do would be from the gas station, try to cut across the city as quickly as I can. And once I get to this area, I should be in a more familiar spot that I should be able to find the houses I'm talking about. If I can get in there and get it secured before the helicopter shows up, it should be a pretty good place to hole up while I'm waiting it out. Because there's 3 houses in that area. I'm only really going to need to secure 1, but the other 2 I can use for loot. I can also dismantle some stuff in those other 2 houses, that way I can help increase my electrical skill. Because unless I find the generator book, I'm going to need that. Of course, I'm also going to need a generator, but first things first, eh? So let's top myself up with some gas. Away we go. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to raid the map factory, that way I can map out practically all the game world, maybe find some more annotated maps to look for some loot within the game world, but... I think I've got access to the emergency radio in this thing, so once it switches back over to the next hour... Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to take these gas cans with me. I was only leaving 2 behind. Like, get across town before the ice cream melts. What a mundane problem to have in a world that's overrun by the dead. Alright. So let's see how bad this is going to be. Because this might be terrible. Well, that's a construction site. I might actually have some loot that I need. But, like I said, I am not doing that. We are not stopping. We are not making any pit stops. We are not looking for anything. We need to get to a relatively safe place. I think that's a prison? Whoops. Whoops. That's a cop with a shotgun. Yeah, see, this right here, though, this is why we're not stopping. Driving through the city center is a bad idea. Also, I probably should have turned on the, radio before I... Okay, there we go. See the massive amount of slowdown that's happening? That's because all the zombies are spawning in. And there are probably hundreds, if not literally thousands of them. Oh, there's Spiffo HQ. I wonder if I could swipe that statue. Maybe that'll be a goal. Maybe a goal will be to see if I can swipe the statue in the Spiffo Plaza. That's a big goddamn church. That'd probably be a fun place to set up a base in if you're brave or foolhardy. Says the man who's going to try to build a farm smack in the middle of the city. Hey, there's a sports arena there. Bet they got any games on the go today. It's probably an off season. Game called due to zombie outbreak. Okay, this is a parking lot. I need to get out of the parking lot. Guy has a pretty nice hiking bag on his back. But again, stopping in the middle of this would be suicide. I think I kind of recognize these cookie-cutter apartments, though, so I'm getting pretty close to where I need to get. I'd stop to check the map, but that would be a terrible idea. I didn't mean to kill that guy. This area of town seems to be relatively okay. Do I want to risk? Okay. Okay, this is probably a bad idea, but let's see if I can get some more food. Not a lot of food, but some. I imagine all the fresh produce is probably starting to go stale or rotten, but sweet potato's good. Me breaking the one rule I made about this. Any of the condiment stuff I don't really want to take. Beans and pasta are good. and pineapple. Anyway, unless I miss my guess, it seems like according to, from what I heard over the radio, helicopter still isn't going to make an appearance just yet. And that's fine by me. All the canned food Okay, you know what? I know there's a bunch more stuff here, but let's just leave. I won't be making too many stops. Just because this is a slightly less populated area of the city doesn't mean that they might not start pouring out of these houses at any given moment. Especially if I actually miss the radio broadcast about the helicopter and it's still coming. Okay, I shouldn't do this. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't do this, especially since I don't have any room to grab anything else. I was thinking to myself, hey, I can get a shotgun and maybe they've got some other goodies in the cop car, but, no, not worth it. It's the fire station. Or a fire station. Seems relatively safe here. I'm gonna put a little badge next to that, though, just so I know to come up this way. Because if I can't find an axe anywhere else, there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna find one up here. This is an area of town I'm starting to be more familiar with. Okay, so there's a field where a music festival was going on. So if I head south from here... It's a lot of zombies. There's a ranger truck. Might be some good stuff in that, too. Alright, so... Again, my plan is mainly to... I'm regretting not just taking a quick run into the fire station to see if I can find an axe, because I could have just popped one on my back. Oh well, it's a bit too late for that. Much like it's a bit too late for me to not run over that zombie. Or that zombie. This is a good way to fuck up my van. I'm guessing I'm going to be able to find some more vehicles in this area, though. At least I hope so. Starting to get a bit lost. Okay, if I don't have... If I don't have a means to head further south and west going this direction, I'm gonna have to backtrack. Oh, I think I might be... Oh, was this it? I think this is it. Aha! Here we go, this is it. Looks like there's a bunch of zombies in here, but... I can deal. Alright, let's do what I can to clear this place out. Start up here. Come and get me, you sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches are also coming to get me. That might be too many sons of bitches. You have an axe in your back. That solves one of my problems. And a fairly decently conditioned one at that. It's not the best kind of, it's not the best kind of axe for chopping down a tree, but it's not bad. The only problem is I don't think I found a saw. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, maybe there's one in the truck from my raiding in that warehouse. Possibly. Anyway, it looks like a bunch of the zombies filtering their way down from up there. Let's have ourselves a little set and eat some of my probably starting to melt ice cream. Alright, so the house down on the southern end, which apparently has a couple of zombies in it, that is the one... Oh, I nearly fucked up. That's the one I'm probably going to want to set up. It's got a little pond next to it, so it's going to be easier to get water and such, so I'm just going to try to lure all the zombies up this way so they don't stink up the place. If I'm fortunate, there's a few working vehicles here too. There's at least 2. That's right. Folks, come say hello. Starting to get pretty strained, but... Welcome to the killing field. That person has a couple of keys, so I'm gonna want to take their stuff, because that's probably one of the cars and one of the houses. Unless I drag them from up yonder, and that's actually for something else entirely. Yeah, if I can avoid breaking down any windows or doors of the particular house I want to settle up in, that would be nice. What's my ice cream doing? Oh, these are two that I actually ate most of already. Did I have another? No, I didn't take another book with me. Alright, so I can't even read anything while I'm sitting around waiting to rest up. So I know there's a zombie in the house I want to settle in, and we have these two guys. Let's pull a homer. It's actually kind of funny that I had to creep up on these guys for them to spot me. I mean, that one seems to see me. As the other character I'm playing as, I kind of reconfigured the fire officer character I created. And the funny thing about what I did to reconfigure her is that she's hell on wheels when it comes to physical violence, apparently. She gains strength and fitness rather quickly. And because I think she's got 125% bonus to both of those. And between being a fire officer and I gave her the brawler skill, she gets 100% bonus to gaining axe skills as weaponry. And the brawler also gives her 75% long blunt skill. So I was switching up between using a hand hatchet and a crowbar, and she's just slaughtering things left, right, and center. However, as an offset, I made her conspicuous, and she's also a smoker, which means she coughs every now and then. Which, apparently, I don't know if they've nerfed it in one of the updates, but it's absurdly loud. Like, the cough can be louder than some of the quieter gunshots, somehow. Which seems silly to me, but you know. She also doesn't have any, like, other skills that would really help her with any of the non-combat skills, like any of the more survivalist-oriented skills. But again, she can tear through zombies like nobody's business, which is neat. I mean, I'm starting to kill them pretty quickly myself as this character, but that's just because I'm almost exclusively using short blunt weapons. So I start getting the means to make some, I'm probably going to start using some spears too. Spears are relatively lightweight and they'd be pretty handy. What did I just do? Shit. Did I tear a hole in my coat? I think I tore a hole in my coat. Oh man. I like this coat. It'll be something of a patch job, but I do think I can make some leather strips to patch it up. It's my tailoring ability somehow, I guess. I just gotta make sure I've got the materials to do it. Alright, so let's make sure all the zombies are dead in and around this house, and then I can start securing it. Come on out, you. I don't want you sticking up the place. Yes, I know you probably lived here, but... And I feel bad for you, but... Yeah, anyway, the plan is I'm probably going to do a double gate up here. Like, I'll do a gate on that end and a gate on the end at the end there. The end at the end, you heard me. Should hopefully deter any zombies from sneaking up on me. Probably got a key to this house, but you know what? May as well take it anyway. Just in case. Why am I taking her ID card? I don't know. I just kind of feel bad for killing her and stealing her house without remembering her. Might even be real nice and dig a little grave for her if I find a shovel. I mean, maybe this person lived there too, but I don't know. They were on the outside, so I can't say for certain. She's the only one. But again, that's if I find a shovel. I don't think I already have one. It's entirely possible she... I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'll bury both of them, if I feel like it. Alright, let's do a little scope around the outside of the house. Let's make sure that there's nobody left outside. Secure the interior before I actually start moving my stuff in. But yeah, honestly, this is, like, any of these three houses is great, and this is a great spot to hole up in permanently, because you've got so much space to, like, farm or expand, or, like, you even get a bunch of trees within this fence that you can chop down for material. But again, my plan is a bit more far-reaching than this, so I am going to be holing up in this house for quite some time, but that's not the end goal. So let's make sure I'm not alone. So, these three people I might bury down here next to the house if I find a shovel. It's entirely possible they all lived here. Nice TV. I don't want any zombies to get injured or die in the house if I can avoid it. Mainly because I just don't want to clean the place up. So far, so good. So far, not really anything decent in terms of loot. Let's see. Bedrooms to choose from. So I can use for storage if I don't want to store everything down in the garage. Garage. It's a car hole. So if the place had a basement, it does not. This little study area. I can store all my books up here. Yeah, bedrooms to choose from. Sports bottle. Thing to take. And a rather... Test would have been worth a mint if, you know, not for the fact that all the realtors are probably dead. Alright, so we're good. House is secure. I don't think there's any more zombies in the yard itself. There might be some out around that way. Oh. Where do you come from? Can't be certain you lived here, so I'm not going to be too concerned about burying you if I feel the need. Back the van. Places I do it. Problem is, I don't think the van is big enough. Or I think the van is too big to fit in here. I mean, kind of. Alright, something tells me that that's not going to work out so great, so I might have to change that. Got some decent grub in here, including a pizza. So let's put all my non-perishables in there. Character's getting pretty tired, but I think the best thing to do is to try to offload as much as I can, especially since it's not super late yet. I didn't actually check the living room. Someone was doing some knitting. Let's put some stuff in here. So actually, let's dismantle that. Do anything around this area, so and it's better served to be in the kitchen, so let's bring it out there. thing to have here. What have we got? So I think I'll actually put most of the gas cans in shelf here. I'll leave one in the vehicle for cases. Oh, I had a hatchet anyway, so... yeah, it honestly didn't matter. So I've got a couple of hatchets, so I'm fine with, yeah, the sledgehammer was the main thing I would have... I'll put all my weapons or weapon-oriented things out here, might be the best idea. Definitely want to put the kitchen knife in the kitchen, though. Oh yeah, got everything I need to fortify this place. It's great. So I might get to work on that in the morning. First things first, let's get all the books out. Still carrying that extra key ring. I don't need that. Let's pop that in here too. Okay, this is where most of my books are. If I take that off, I do. Disinfectant. I don't think I've got any disinfectants either. Shit. Alright, let's bandage it back up again for now. It would certainly be wonderful if I end up getting killed. If I end up dying due to a simple run-of-the-mill infection. Might hang on to the mechanics one, that wouldn't be start learning. See, I thought I had some alcohol or something, but I could be wrong. Still have. Fired. Thank you for telling me, game. Silly of me to wait, but let's wait until the ice cream is fully melted before I eat it. Why? I don't know. Maybe it'll just be better. Not melted, frozen. You know what I mean. Let's at least try to get all the books put away before I go to sleep. Actually, tailoring might be the best thing to read first, especially if I'm going to repair my clothes here. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Either skill is going to be a handy one to have. Massive library I've collected, holy cow. But I mean, that's good. That's the one thing I do find funny about this game, is that it very much does teach you the lesson that knowledge is power. Because as I think I've mentioned before, like, one of the negative traits that gets you the most points is illiterate. But it's also considered to be one of the worst negative traits you can get, because without it, if you're illiterate, then you simply cannot get boosts to any of your skill gains, unless you get it through, unless you just get it through, you know, your professions and stuff. Let's put that in there. Honestly, anything that's construction related I might put up here as well. That only makes sense, right? I don't know. Everything else I might just leave for now. Let's have a poke around to see if there's any alcohol wipes or something around I can use. There probably isn't, but... yeah, the very first thing I should do is I should get the materials and block off the end. Block off the end of the drive there. And then I can work on fortifying the house, because I'm still probably going to barricade the house, despite the fact the plan is zombies shouldn't be able to get in, because let's face it, zombies might still be able to get in. Popcorn. Bowl of popcorn if I don't have... I don't have a microwave? If I find a microwave, just swipe it and here. Anyway. So I didn't really clock what I had in here. Do we have any... Well, we got bleach. It'll cure all my ills. Kill me. Well, I got my choice of bedroom, so I suppose I may as well just sleep in this one, eh? Let's read the tailoring book for a bit before I call tonight, though. still infected. Hopefully I'll just power through it and it won't cause me any real negative effects. Oh, that's cool. It's real goddamn cool. Something around here I can alleviate my stress with. Yeah, sure, let's read this. There. Sleep. It's not. If my arm is any worse, then I'm probably just going to have to try to raid the nearby houses and see if they've got anything I can disinfect the wound with. It's going to tell me about rabbit stew again. Honestly, this might be the last day for the TV shows anyway. Skill books, do I? It's one of the few books I haven't found, I think. Yeah, I've got, like, a little bit of everything, except carpentry, which would be very handy. At the very least, I, get a little boost to it anyway. Profession I've taken. Not much of one, but a bit. Alright, so, I think... all those. Hey, wasn't over there. It's suspect, that is. I don't know if I like that. They might not actually be dead. Anyway. Let's see. I need curvature level 40 to do that anyway. Alright, so I think we're just gonna have to hope that the fence itself is enough to keep the zombies at bay until I can get carpentry level. Best way for me to do that is start fortifying this place. So let's get to work on chopping down some trees. Yeah, I'll start with the ones right next to me first. Honestly, this is kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna get the van out of here. It doesn't fit, so there's not much sense in actually parking it in the car hole if the car hole is too small for it. Probably keep that on me, but I will equip the or hopefully, yes, I can just cut down the tree with the hatchet. I think my wound might have healed anyway. It was only a scratch, but again, if they got infected real bad, things could have gone shitty real quick. Oh good, saplings. I need those because I can use them to make spears. Okay, I've only got one so far, but it's better than nothing. Oh, there's a zombie over there. I was gonna say, I thought I heard something stomping around. Little city like a big playground. I don't see Batman suddenly bursting out of the shade, though. And it's a zombie, not Godzilla. So, yeah. That's bringing you back to positively ancient internet times, but there we are. The zomboiding is going pretty good, Rolls. I scratched my arm just walking through a bush. It did get infected, but I think I might be okay for now. What was I even? Oh yes, I'm looking for a hammer and some nails because I'm going to barricade this house. Or I do not have the means to gate off the entrance yet. I have a hammer in my bag. I've had a hammer in my bag the whole time. Well, sir. Thankfully, simply sawing logs is going to be enough to increase my carpentry skill, and I'm going to be cutting a shitload of those by cutting down all the trees over here, so. I think you get a little bit of carpentry skill for barricading too, but I can't remember. Like I said, ideally there's not going to be a pile of zombies that end up down here anyway, but it's better to be safe than eaten alive. So, okay, actually, let's have a look to see if we do. Okay, so my carpentry's currently got 38 experience there at level 4. Okay, yeah, you get a little bit of carpentry experience by just simply barricading, so that's good. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to do though is make a sapling into a spear. Knife back here too. Okay, yeah, I do. Kitchen knife. It's, I can use this box as a work surface. Pretty sure I can anyway, it's just a cardboard spot. Yep. fire harden that spear as well, since I gained the recipe for it. I don't know how much more durable that's going to make it, but, you know, it's still good that I can do it. But anyway, like I said, this particular place can last me for the rest of the game if I so choose to, but again, my end goal is to build a farm in the middle of the city. Because I'm a madman. Lord knows if I'm going to be able to actually do that. But that remains to be seen. I don't know if you can still fish in that pond. You used to be able to. You used to be able to fish in the weirdest of places in this game. But with the way the fishing system's been overhauled, maybe I can't now. I'll have to give it a try sometime, I guess. It mightn't hurt to try to start setting up a garden in here, though, with all the seeds I have. Bandage hasn't gotten dirt, so I think my arm might actually be healed up. Take a little break from and so I'll put that here. Still doing good. Let's put the hatchet back in the truck as well. Cook something and then fire harden the spear while I'm out. Got some steak. Cook up some delicious steak. Oh, so I need an open fire to do that. Okay, that kind of makes sense, actually. So I'm going to need to build a campfire next to the house. You can use the stovetop to, like, light cigarettes and stuff like that, so I was kind of hoping I'd be able to fire harden the spear over the stove. But alas. Certainly lose weight significantly, so it's just able to eat on it. Make a... It's underbuilt. Might as well watch wood crafting, though. I think I can learn this from it. 3 stones. Messie's Warehouse Emporium. Let us handle your goods. Oh, I'm getting drowsy anyway. Looks like they're not going to Airwood. Gross. Sleep. Fine, okay. I didn't become horribly infected. Let's take a little dating and investigate this house over here. See a little gnome friend that I'm probably going to take with us when we eventually move towards the center of the city. It's locked. I like how I did a little spin. Some tools, but nothing I really need. I remember one time I was actually doing a fire hardened my spear in this fireplace though. But anyway, there was one time I was doing a playthrough and I actually was in this house, like I set up here. Hello Twin, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. I don't know what fireplace poker counts as. Blunt weapon? Axe? Doesn't really say. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to bother using it. So I think before I explore much further, I'm actually going to go collect some of the wood I had out there. Bring it back up here as fuel. Because again, I'm pretty sure that if I fire harden the spear, it should make it a bit more durable. The fact that my maintenance skill is starting to get pretty high is going to help with that too. Now let's see. All the other stuff could potentially be useful. So let's just take the twigs and the wood splinters for now. I mean, I'll burn some branches and stuff if I need to, but I'd sooner not. And I'm keeping my ear trained in case I hear the telltale whoop whoop of a helicopter coming in. Because while I'm relatively safe here, even without barricading the end of the drive, yeah, I'd sooner not, you know? Oh, I can actually kind of see stuff in the fireplace as fuel now. I don't think that was always the case. need a knife. I need a knife to do that. I'm gonna be lucky. Is there gonna be a knife here? There is not. Okay, well, I gotta run back. I gotta run back and then probably relight the fire. Question is, did I leave a knife in the... Did I leave a knife in the truck? I don't think I did. Okay, let's try this again. Because I'm going to be cutting down a lot of trees to do building down here, a lot of barricading, all that jazz. My hope is that I'm going to find a lot of saplings and I can stockpile a bunch of hardened spears. And use that to complement my bashiness. Wait, what? Oh. What's it doing that? I know my left jacket is starting to get pretty fucked up. Oh, because I didn't actually select this when I searched it. I guess I missed my chance. Let's see. So how much fuel does that give me? Except I destroyed all the twigs. Okay, whatever. I'll come back and do it later. Maybe I'll find something in here I can burn. Let's burn these socks. Wait, no, I don't want to destroy it for fuel. I want to use it to light it, damn it. Alright. It's a damn sight better than what I had, then. Although, you know, the handy knife might work for that, too. Who can say? Let's take all the stuff. Test out my new toy. I was going to do a whole hell of a lot to begin with because, well, my spear skill is not great. But we can change that. Completely loot this place at the moment. I will just try to grab as much food as I can and consolidate it between the houses. Zombie, but they might actually be It might be either upstairs or outside the fence. See any over there though, so they might actually be upstairs. In other words, I need to proceed with caution. Wanted to, I can use these other houses straight up as storage. Cram as much stuff in them as I possibly can. Oh. Need them. I also hope I soon find fanny packs, because though it may have sounded like a joke earlier when I said it's like, oh man, they're so great. No, they really are. It's interesting. Oh, and there's a shovel. Okay, I can bury those people like I said I was going to. Catcher's vest can also make for some decent impromptu armor, I suppose. Which, I mean, the armor is all good and stuff, but it does kind of fuck up your movement and make you very uncomfortable, so... I don't know how beneficial it really is. Somebody was really into sports in this place. Got pillows in the other house. Golf. Sworn zombie, but maybe just wrong. Just hearing shit. I just have a rubber friend. But anyway, though it's entirely pointless, I think I am, now that I have a shovel, going to bury these 3 people, because I'm pretty sure they all lived in the house I'm currently crashing in. I mean, the rest of them probably lived in this area as well, but I can't bury everybody, that would be silly. Though I did kind of toy with the idea once of playing as a mentally broken gravedigger who would live in one of the cemeteries and try to bury every single zombie he killed. That would be... mental, I feel. Like, I feel like that would probably be a bit excessive. But hey, what do I know? Okay, so the mushroom soup can go in there. Ham can go in there. Tomatoes in the fridge for now. Let's put the corn in the fridge as well. Stuff now. couple of knives here. It's good. This duck friend can live in the kitchen. There. Put some medical supplies in this bathroom downstairs. By rights, I should keep the flashlight, but I think I might just put it away for now. Pop the catcher's vest in here, too. Right. Get the Barian. I think I'll put him up here. I'll keep as indicators of this guy. Now, this is the first time I've actually tried to bury anybody in this game, though, so... Okay, there we go. I need to just be holding on to him. I mean, honestly, it would make more sense for me to chuck them all in the one grave, but that would be cruel. Can I not just place that? I thought that would be, like a placeable item. Oh, there we go. Sure, why not? Okay, I believe this one right here is Angelita Bundy, the one who was in the house who I killed. Is it a good idea to drag her straight through the bush? Probably not. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. Doesn't seem to have affected me, though. She doesn't really have anything as distinctive as the other guy did, so I'll just take her wallet, put that in her ID card there. Also, like, that I think I've put them in upside down. That's not gonna come back and bite me. I won't be cursed by doing that, right? And the other one's gonna have to wait until the morning. Again, this is kind of pointless, what I'm doing here, but hey. Look at it this way, I'll get some more carpentry skill points for doing this. Bit of good research, you'll learn to love us. So, we really? Let's cook that pizza. Really do have to start dismantling things to raise my electrical skill, though, because again, that's going to be very, very important very soon. I'm going to eat half of this pizza with my bare hands. Yeah, now it's probably a good time to sleep. Up for more grave digging. Grave filling would be the case. Okay, I do actually have a pillow in here, but we can always have another pillow. There's always room for more pillow. Oh, I'm actually in too much pain to sleep. Good thing I have these. Maybe I should have taken that rum with me I had in the other house. Let's do some more reading while the painkillers take effect. Still too much pain to sleep. Alright. Oh, we're good. but I can't actually sit in the chairs. I'll sit in this one. Okay, we've only got minor muscle strain now, so we're doing alright. It's going to change when I drag the other corpse down here, but it's mildly foggy out. Is this the final cook show? Hey, we're gonna settle something. Something once and for all. Pancakes or waffles, which is best? Well, I'll tell you. I like how the last broadcast of this totally not Emerald Lagasse guy is him about to finally clear up what is best in life. Pancakes or waffles. Already got that open, don't I? Anyway, I'm pretty sure all the channels are off. It's not off here, apparently. They're all probably off the air. Anyway, prior to going outside, I'm going to pause for a brief moment, because I'm going to do something I surprisingly haven't done in a while. I am going to have myself a glass of whiskey, so I will be back in seconds. It's midnight, but it's a Saturday, and I got nowhere to be tomorrow. Although, I do have people coming over, so I suppose the place I have to be is here. I suppose one thing to look at here when it comes to the excessive amount of fog, if the helicopter's going to show up, now would be a good time for it, because it's probably not going to be able to see me anyway. Saw. I don't know how many nails I need, but let's take 6. It might be 2 per cross, so. Look at me use my air hammer. Even cutting a branch into one plank is enough to give me 5 carpentry experience. That's nice. Even with my boost, I still got a way to go. I gotta find one of those books. Let's grab this before I... The nameless one. This one doesn't even have anything on it that I can put in as a marker. I mean, what's the most notable thing this one has? The only reason I assume that she also has something to do with the rest of them is because she had a key to, I believe, that house. I didn't even take anything off that one, too. Oh well. I don't know, maybe something in the house I can use. He says as if this is actually a very important thing to do. It is, damn it, these were people. Even though I've been killing them hand over fist. Check upstairs in the bedrooms, maybe there's something up there. I don't think a resignation letter would be a good one. Photograph of a person cutout? So far, that's the most personal thing I can find. Doodle of nothing much? I get the feeling this person was basically a nobody. And that's if this person even lived in this house. Well, so far, I'm afraid that's the best thing I can find. So, yeah. I guess we're using that. Unless there's something better in one of these bookshelves, but I doubt it. It's all my stuff. Right, you poor dead person. Here is a photo of, Possibly someone you despised, I guess. Thanks for letting me live in your house, not that you have much choice, because, well, you're dead. I've got just one more window to barricade back here. Suppose I could barricade one of the doors, too. I don't know. Maybe I won't bother. Nails. Hit the window if I don't have any nails. To increase my carpentry skill, I suppose the best way to do that is to start stockpiling lumber. Pizza. Let's go over at the... have a look at the pond. See if I actually can do any fishing in it. Oh, I can. Perfect. I'm not going to bother doing that right now, but it's good to know that I can. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go check out that other... what's that other key? The Masterson Horizon, but what is that? Where did that come from? It's not that card. It's definitely not the taxi. Unless that's a zombie that got pulled in from outside, and it's down that way somewhere. That's the helicopter. I can hear it. Get inside. Okay. Well, we're not going outside to do anything right now. We are going to stay in here where it's nice and quiet. We're going to close as many curtains as we can. And we're going to hope that they don't accidentally funnel a pile of zombies into us. Let's catch up on our reading, shall we? Might still be some zombies within the fenced-off area with us, but, I'm lucky that's not the case. Alright, so, I think the idea is I'm just going to read as many skill books as I can. And probably the magazines I have that teach me recipes as well. Big problem is if they pulled the... Because I know there's a bunch of zombies up by the music festival. So hopefully it doesn't pull them down here from there. Yeah, I should do some exercising too while I'm at it. I got lowest. My fitness is pretty low, though for some reason I have an excessive boost for it. Sounds like the helicopter's gone off, but I'm just going to spend the rest of the day inside anyway, just to be safe. Now let's do burpees. Fuck it. Get both. This magazine to learn. Pretty flowers. Stairs are probably not to know how to make. Seeing as how I'm tired, let's do a little bit more exercise. Let's do some squats and then go take a nap. Helicopter can actually see me through the windows, but I don't know if I want to take that chance. See, the thing is, I'm not sure, but I think the helicopter might actually hover over Louisville more than it might any other area of the map, so yeah. Learn how to make a forge with this. At least an advanced forge. Oh, I had masonry 2 books. Let's read the fishing book next, I guess. Maybe I'll do some more burpees. What a funny name that is, burpees. So long to upgrade these. In the stuff I need. No, I don't think I fully unloaded the van, did I? Yeah, because I don't think I've got what I need to make a fishing rod in here. Oh well. I'm half tempted to risk going outside, but I really shouldn't. See if I can catch anything. Oh my. Some crops too. Just a matter of seeing what I have and what's in season. I can't believe it's only been like, I've only just started though. It's only 9 days. Let's just sit here and read. Off the fishing book entirely, grab something else, but some food. Maybe do some more squats. What can I learn? So maybe I should always say. Not. Salmon's going stale. I should eat it. Besides, now that I know I can catch fish over there, shouldn't have much trouble at all. I think I can to catch something halfway decently sized. See if I can set foot outside the house until day. Also strained in my shins. I thought it was mostly bone. So just sit and do some more reading more. It's long enough. Still have a bit of a massive torrential downpour. Let's have a quick look-see in the other house. Zombies got funneled down. I don't think they did. It seems unlikely the helicopter would have dragged them down this way. They've only got one point of entry, so it's a bit harder for them to just wander in. Yeah, these two are dead, but I wasn't over here, so I'm kind of wondering that happened. Something's around outside. I got a key off of a zombie, but it's not for either of the cars. It's not for either of the cars nearby. Skinny leather pants. I mean, they give me better defense than, they give me better defense than what I'm wearing. Hey, so, be honest. These pants make my ass look fat. What would be even more amazing is if me making that joke ended up getting me jumped by a zombie that I didn't notice. Such a big fancy house. They have a rather sparse living room, don't they? There's a dead person inside the house, too. Toolboxes are handy. On them. I have a lot of M9 pistols, not much else. Insta-kill. Okay, you have an ID card on you, but I'm not squatting in your house, so I don't feel the need to bury you. Sorry to say. I don't think I have a bowl in the house. That's not going to stop me from robbing your stuff, though, is the thing. I will steal all your cucumbers. Pot in the other house. Or rolling door. Or cheese grater. To see it from here, but there's an entire gated community. Well, it's not really gated, but it's like a huge subdivision that is almost entirely fenced off. Some booze, but alright. Funny that the house I'm staying in is the only one that doesn't have a fireplace. Ah. Leave that for now, though. I think I want to take that anyway, just for shits. Seeing as how I do have a 10-sided die somewhere. I think I might want to get a full collection of dice at some point as well. That might be another. It's not quite good for me yet, but it's the only carpentry skill book I some flashlight. So might be able to attach that to something once I button up against. Oh, there's another box there. Yeah, that's what it is. Looked like they were stacked up on top of each other, but it's just surgical gloves. It's right there. Oh, and I think that's a key for the one across the way. Why are there... Like, why is that parked over by the other house if the key for it is in here? Hmm. Pile of great loot in these houses, but terrible. Stop soon though, because it is getting rather late and I've been playing this for nearly 3 hours, but let's get a few more done. Oh, hello. He must have been in the trees over there. These are so tight. But if you run a certain distance, when you're holding a spear. You do a spear charge that's like a one-hit kill against a zombie. I just need to figure out how you do it. Like, maybe it only really activates, this vehicle doesn't have any gas. Like, maybe it only activates, if running at a zombie. That's possible. Yeah, I would... if... zombies on interior, they're just stuck behind trees and stuff. But I'm not going to be too worried about this yet. Let's offload some of the stuff I found, and I think before I do stop playing, because again, I should probably do that soon, try my hand to some fishing. So I see what I need more vessel for. Let's just put it here anyway. It says it's a first aid item, so I don't... straight up, man. And that teaches me to make some metal stuff, just not cheese grater. Same thing with skill book? Carpentry. Just put this in here. Same thing with the pistol. Enough of those kicking around. Let's make some stew. Black bean, bacon, fish, sweet potatoes. This is going to be an interesting array of flavors. Interesting, mildly insane array of flavors. But yeah, if I catch a bunch of fish in that little bit of water there, then that'll serve me well in terms of food. Because I'm starting to get to the point where I'm losing weight faster than I can put it on, and fish is a good way to get extra weight. Stew should help as well. Let's lay this toolbox down too. See, I might pop the hammer in as well. So what if I... The answer is I have a lot. Honestly, I think all that is a branch, and I should be able to make a fishing hook. Or not a fishing hook, I have the hooks. Can I not use a branch for it anymore? Okay, I need to carve a branch into a rod and then use the rod. Okay. And I need a knife to do it anyway. Alright, let's try to catch us some fish. Chances, because it doesn't look like there's any ripples in the water currently. There were some earlier, so it looks like I can indeed catch fish in this body of water. It just doesn't currently seem as if there's anything biting. So I can cast that far. Well, I guess the best thing for me to do is I'm just going to plop the fishing rod in the tackle box here. And I just need to keep an eye at this pond every now and then, make sure. Maybe I'll spot some ripples and be able to come over here and grab something. So that's going to have to do for now. So soon going to have to do for the stream, but let's take a little jaunt outside my safe area. Huh? A lot of areas because my vehicle's full up. Let's have a game. The way at this house. Maybe I'll find something interesting over here. Oh, I forgot to put the key to that vehicle. Whoa! See that zombie there. Let's see if I can actually do that thing. I don't know how to do that thing. I don't know how to do the spear charge. So I'm not even going to bother. This is probably somewhat dangerous because I need a little net, but let's see if I can clear out this house. Okay, maybe not. There's too many zombies in the area. That being said, the spear is doing quite the treat on them now, isn't it? Is that the same zombie that... It is. It's the same zombie that broke through this other window. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what we can do in here. What's that spear holding up anyway? Considering I'm going to be putting more of this. I'm real lucky, I'll be able to find a generator book. I'm holding out hope on that. Now, of course, the other thing is I haven't found a generator yet. At least I don't think I have. Well, no, I probably would have marked it on the map if I found them, so... So far, this house is looking like a great big... Have some good stuff in the kitchen. Some delicious yogurt. Ice cream. Bread. Make me all the sandwiches. Some more canned goods. That kind of grieves me though is I haven't been able to find a replacement hat. Now don't get me wrong, I do like this hat, but I think a cowboy hat would work better. Hello babe, welcome to the stream, hopefully you're having a lovely day. And I haven't viewed that message too late, because this is the first time I glanced over to chat for a while. So far I've had some pretty good luck with zombies. I survived the chopper event, so that's a bonus. Oh, speaking of zombies. Spears can be very messy. It's a good one. 20, encumbrance reduction 75. It's definitely better than what I currently have, so let's put that on my back. Secondary. Switch everything over. Living the nightmare as always, Roll says. Yeah, I mean, aren't we? But, I mean, considering I'm already inside, I don't think that really matters much now, does it? Let's see. On another toolbox, but I do want the tools that are in it. Drumsticks. Apparently it's a weapon? Let's be real. Take the alcohol wipes. I like how I'm wearing head-to-toe leather here. Joker, long time no talk. Holy 14 months indeed. Thank you very much for that, sir. I do like that you've happened to stop by just before I'm actually about to stop, but it's good to see you all the same. leave those guys alone. Let's just hop in my van and head home. Holy crap, it's almost 1:30 in the morning and I've been playing this for 3 hours. I mean, I know there are people who have been streaming lately. Yeah, great timing. Oh, there's a zombie over there. Did not see you, madam. I'm sorry, but you've walked into my territory and therefore you must die. He says as if he hadn't killed the former owners of all these houses and moved in. See, they had severely nerfed the spears, I think, when they first did this unstable build, and while this thing is nearly broken, I was trying to use spears for a while, when Build 42 was first released, and I had noticed that they were nowhere near as effective as they used to be, but I've gotten so many one-hit kills ever since I started using this thing. Do you see me complaining? Of course not. Anyway, before I actually head in and offload, most importantly, my food and stop playing, let's have a look to see if any fish are biting. The answer currently is no. Yeah, see, I don't know precisely how the fishing works now, because the way it worked before is that any body of water you could throw a rod in any time except for maybe winter, and you'd be able to catch something. And now it seems like it only ever seems to work if you find fishing spots, so you need to have an eye out for little ripples in the water. And if you don't get that, then there's a very strong possibility you're catching diddly squat. But maybe if your fishing skill is high enough, you can still catch stuff regardless. I don't know. I am not for certain. Anyway, I think I'm going to freeze the bread. Let's put the canned potato in. Yeah. Put the ice cream in. Yeah. Pickle can go in here. And the ogre in there. What else? What else? Well, we don't have any more food that needs to be put away. Healing items, and by plethora, I mean more alcohol wipes than I probably need. Get more caffeine pills. I'll keep those 2 bandages. Keep the painkillers, because you never know. You never know when you need to ease the pain. Stone in there too. Am I still carrying stuff? I am, okay. That can probably go in the van. I can use that as... Oh yeah, the other thing I want to do before I stop playing is I want to check out that wagon, because I don't think I ever actually put the key in it to see if the damn thing worked. And by work, I mean if it has gas. Let's check it out. This is a nice quiet area considering how insane the rest of the city is. Let's see now. Yeah, no gas. I didn't think so. Well, because I have the key though, it's going to make it easier to use this and probably the taxi over there as... basically mechanic fodder. Although I haven't started reading the mechanics book yet. Okay, so yeah, I think a good idea would be to read that once I... Oh, there's a zombie. Once I get that read, then I can on a regular basis start scrapping and repairing those cars to build up that ability. It's another one-hit kill. You know, it might be a bad idea to take a spare pair of prescription glasses, because again, I've made this character blind, essentially. So he's gonna need prescription glasses to see. And I don't think I've got a spare pair. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put a spare pair in the truck, just in case I lose the ones I'm wearing for some reason. If I find another pair, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take one and put it in the house here. So I think... Stop. Toilet paper. Oh, the toilet paper was probably in the bag. Though it mutes sneezes and coughs, so that's actually pretty good. I mean, if this character ever gets sick. But I'm thinking of, like... I'm gonna put it way on the opposite end of the bathroom from the toilet just to mock myself. But yeah, the game of this I'm playing off-stream. Again, because I'm playing with the smoker trait, the way they changed that is you occasionally cough now. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to find something like that or tissues in that game so I don't make as much noise. But that's for... have an assess things. Stop for the night. Or morning in this case, I guess. I mean, it's a perfect time to stop because it is currently in the game the time it is right now. It's 1:30 in the morning here, and it's 1:27 in the morning in real life. God help me, what's wrong with me? Alright. So just to review, if, you know, you weren't here for the whole thing, and why would you be? Because I've been at this for 3 hours and it's late, at least where I am. So we started up here. Should I take that marker off? Can't remember if I took all the supplies out of that van. So we were here, in the little area I have cordoned off in this industrial area of the city. I stockpiled more gas in that house that I've got barricaded. I got some more gasoline here, and I drove through the city. This stretch was fucking terrifying. I'm glad that the car didn't break down, because there were dozens of them clogging the streets. And there were so many of them spawning in probably off to the sides here that the game was slowing down as I was driving through. That's usually not a good sign. That means the place is packed with zombies. So, good thing I didn't stop. However, I did come through this area, got to this little subdivision, and I did stop here because I rogued some more food from this little mini-mart. I came down a little ways further, I found a cop car on this corner. I was going to get out and swipe their shotgun and see what was in the car, maybe get a holster, that'd be nice. But I didn't have any more room, so there was no sense in me grabbing. This is a fire station, even though the would have you believe it's a police station. I marked that for future reference because I thought at the time I didn't have an axe to cut down some trees. I do. They're not great axes, but they do the job. Still, it's going to be good to know that's there. Cut down this way. This is a music festival area, which is also clogged with zombies. And then I came down through here and got to my new area, which I feel like I should also mark. Here is the symbol I use for the other one. Ah, there it is. Alright, so this right here is also a safe haven. As you can tell from the little sleeping man. Alright, so we've done a pretty good job starting with this here. I got all the lower windows barricaded. There's still 3 unsecured doors, but I don't like barricading the doors in case I need to use them for a quick exit. And it's going to be difficult for zombies to get in anyway, because the entire area is fenced off except for this area here, which as soon as I get carpentry level 4, I'm going to block with gates. Great idea, that. Alright, so the next time I stream this, which next time I stream it should not be this, because this is all I've done the last few very rare occasions I can stream. But next time I do, I think either I'm going to continue cutting down some well, I definitely need to offload the rest of the van, because the van is still chock full of stuff I dragged over from halfway across the city. Well, hell, not even halfway, it's the other end of the city. I should offload the van. Maybe I'll stockpile some more lumber, but I definitely need to head down this direction because I think there's another gas station down here, so it's going to be a good idea to secure that. I should try to see if I can find some more. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because one of the things I was going to do was I was actually going to head in this direction because I think there's some farms down here where I can find some animals, which is pretty important to my whole goal. However, I do not want to be caught with my pants down when the power goes out. So I know that this, you can see a line of them here, and if you look out through here, you can see a large wooden fence outside of the metal one. This is a giant enclosed subdivision. I think nearly every house has a garage or a shed. There's a strong possibility I'm going to find a generator. And even if I don't, then I can dismantle every electronic item I find and then boost my electrical skill at least to level 2, which will give me a good head start to get to 3 and learn how to use the goddamn generators. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll still hang out in this area, chop down some trees, scour this spot, and hopefully eventually be able to find a generator, learn how to use it, and learn how to make some gates cord in this area. So there we go. I think that's the game plan for next time. Right now, we have killed 132 zombies, which is not many more than it was when I started. Spear skill is slowly creeping up. My maintenance skill is starting to increase a bit more, which is nice. Carpentry, still a ways off from level 4. No, we're good. We got a pile of skill books, not a full complement. Pretty decent pile of skill books. And yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that unless I make a really stupid mistake or run headlong into another group of zombies, which is possible because I know the stretch leading down to the gas station on the edge of town is kind of scary sometimes. And I don't know what the greater Louisville area looks like now that the helicopter. But as long as I keep my wits about me, and as long as I don't do anything stupid, I should be able to make a pretty decent go with this. The only other thing is that once I get some animals and bring them in here, and well, I need to find a trailer to transport them, I need to set up this area as a relatively safe haven, and then eventually make my way over to this section on the southern end of the park, and carve a way through the woods so I can actually get a vehicle up. So it's like connect to the path here, and here, and up here, then the real work begins. But that is for much later down the line. So, now that I've done my incredibly long-winded explanation about things that may never possibly come to pass, this is where I thank you very much for stopping by to watch, if you did indeed do so. And hopefully we see you fine folks again next time, which might actually be tomorrow. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Where I might finally get back to Legend Dragoon. Now, I'm going to be doing something tomorrow evening, but maybe if I get up early enough tomorrow, I can plug away at a couple hours of that. We'll see. But until then, as always, I wish you a farewell, and I hope you have a great night, or, in my case, so long for now. I don't think I actually hit the button. So long for now.